Have you ever became lost for words or mind blanked when it came to an impromptu question? Or do you have the ideas but find it really hard to articulate it in front of a group of people? Well, that's the challenges of impromptu speaking. It pounces on you, the unsuspecting prey, with zero warning and zero time to prepare. My name is Jamie, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips on how to become a more confident, competent, and compelling impromptu speaker, whether you're speaking to a small group of people or a large audience. Tip number 1 is to be calm. Easier said than done, right? To put it in more of a practical sense, I want you to conquer your anxieties. Not eliminate it, but to conquer it. When you go up on stage or when you're speaking impromptu, anxiety is a normal part of it. Being worried is normal. And that feeling of butterflies in your stomach, normal. And the tip that I want to share with you guys, it's a mindset trick. It's going to sound a bit weird, but I want you to transform your anxiety into excitement. Because what scientists have found was that these two emotions, there's a lot of overlap. Your heart starts to beat fast, your breathing rate increases, your muscles tense up, and the chemicals produced in both feelings there's a lot in common in terms of that. There's also studies showing that the people who felt excited as opposed to anxious, they sang more better in karaoke, they did better in the math exams, and they became more persuasive when public speaking. So that's the effect of being excited. And when you're excited, people can sense your enthusiasm, your passion, and they can tell your energy levels are high. But when you're anxious, people can sense that you're fearful or worried or stressed, and they can sense those energy levels too. So remember, be excited. Tip number 2 is knowing your purpose. This is the why you are giving the impromptu talk in the very first place. If you know your purpose, you can then answer the question appropriately and in the right direction. There are many different purposes. Some of them include to entertain, to inform or educate, to persuade, to inspire, or even to appreciate. If you can address the purpose, you know how you would have a greater idea on how to tackle the question. For example, if you want to entertain, you might include a few jokes or a funny story. If you want to persuade, you want to include facts and evidence to support your statement. If you want to inspire, include a story showing triumph over difficulties and obstacles. So therefore, if you know your purpose, you would have a better idea on how to approach the question and what things you might want to include. So remember, know your purpose. Tip number 3 is use what you already know. Sometimes when you go up and speak in impromptu settings, you may be so confused on what to start with or what to say. But instead of trying to synthesize or make up a story, why not use something that you already know? It's quite obvious, but sometimes the obvious needs to be stated again. Some examples of ideas and things you can talk about that you may already know really well include your family and friends, your work, your hobbies, your passions. There's a wealth of memories and experiences within those categories, and you can use them to your advantage. For example, let's say you're baking, you love baking, you bake cakes. When baking a cake, you can easily have lots of different experiences and memories. Perhaps if it's an entertaining speech, you can talk about the time that the cake has exploded in your face. If it's more educational, you can give a step-by-step recipe and detail on how you made your cake. If you're perhaps wanting to inspire, you can talk about the time you won a cake competition. So using something that you already know and drawing upon that experience can really give you the upper hand in sounding more confident because you know what you're saying and you know what's happened to you rather than making up something. What if you come up across a question where it's a very tough one, where it's something you haven't experienced or you don't have opinion on it? For example, let's say, what is your favorite soft drink? What if you don't drink any soft drinks? What can you say? My advice is that you can flip the question around so that it can suit your needs and be confident about it. Be confident about, perhaps, let's say, using the same example, you don't drink soft drinks, but the question is, what is your favorite soft drink? You can say, I don't drink soft drinks. I don't drink Coke, I don't drink Pepsi, none of that. But what I do drink is just water, H2O, something like that. Just being comfortable with your own skin and being able to admit and flip the question on its head. Tip number 4 is framework. Framework is the structure that you'll give your response. A very common framework that we learn in school is the structure of a story. So you have the introduction, the complication or the middle, and then the conclusion. The structure or framework serves 2 purposes. First, it gives you a guideline on how to approach the question. And second, because there is structure, it will make your response more impactful and effective. A common structure that I like to use is the PREP framework. So you have P-R-E-P. P stands for point. So this is your answer or your response. R is the reasons for your point. E stands for examples. Examples of your point or reasons. And then P is the same as the first point, but this time you tie things up together just to reinforce why you gave your answer or the first point, the first P. To give you an example, let's say the question was, what's your favorite type of food? So I could say the first P is, I love Japanese food. The reason is because they've got fresh fish. And E, examples, might be, I like to eat sashimi and tuna. And P links back to the first point. That's the reasons why I love Japanese food. Structures really help you in being able to craft your response. And there are lots of different frameworks that you can use to help answer your responses. So PrEP isn't the only one. The 5th and final tip is practice. Practice with an S, not the C, the verb, not the noun. Practicing exposes you to more impromptu situations. The more you practice, the better you'll get, and therefore you'll feel more comfortable and confident in giving impromptu responses. There are 2 types of exposures, coincidental and intentional. Ones that happen by coincidence include your everyday life. So you could be talking to the bus driver, the cashier, maybe at work, speaking to your manager or boss, or at a party where you're socializing and networking. The second type is intentional. This is where you take a proactive approach in exposing yourself to more improv or impromptu settings. This includes doing Toastmasters, perhaps acting classes, or even comedy classes. Doing this will help dramatically improve your impromptu speaking, and that's the only way to practice. It's either you're taking daily opportunities or you're making opportunities. So why not do both? Take advantage so that you can become a more confident impromptu speaker. Hey guys, if you found my tips on impromptu speaking really useful, I'd love you guys to drop a word in the comment section below. It will let me know that I'm giving you guys value, and it'll help motivate me to continue to make more videos. Hopefully, these 5 tips will make you more confident, competent, and compelling in your impromptu responses. If I was to leave you guys with one advice, it would be to practice. Take opportunities and make opportunities. And best of luck with your impromptu speaking journey. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know when the next videos are coming up, click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.